Hi, we have today with us Jyoti Swami, who is a communication consultant. And today we are going to know about her journey from somebody who had some dreams to somebody who is living her dream life. Welcome, Jyoti.
Hi, Sukriti. Thank you so much for having me here today. And this is just amazing to be here.
Amazing. I'm so happy for you. And today we are only and only going to celebrate you and your journey because I know that you reached out to me in the month of March and you were so excited and also nervous about your goals. So I just, give it to you. I just want you to share your journey with us without me interfering in it because I want to understand your perspective, what all you have gone through.
Okay, there's so much. So when I started, I already had 8 years of work experience, and I was planning to leave everything behind and go to another country, do my masters after 8 years gap. And I was very nervous. I was full of doubts, but I wanted to do that. That was something that I really wanted to. In my entire life, maybe this was the longest goal that I had. I mean, the time span was the longest to achieve this goal, and it I knew that I'll go crazy if I won't take or seek help. So when I got to know about you and how you can maybe help me, I decided to rely on an external person who can guide me, because when we are inside our minds, there are so many things that we think is not going to work for us, that we are unable to see at the or focus on the things that might work for us. So that was the exact thing that was happening with me. I was thinking about all the problems or hurdles that can come in this journey, and that was making me very, it was overwhelming me, it was making me very anxious. And I think somehow it was also creating more problems where there was none. So when I met you and I attended a few sessions, I also saw these patterns in my thinking process. The mindset shifted, and a lot of aspects needed to be taken care of when you shift a country, be it finances, be it all small details of saying goodbye to your loved ones, repairing or managing certain life relations that you want to take care of even after you're gone. All these things were working at the same time. So from March to, I think, September, I left. It was like a full intense power packed few months for me, where so much happened, and I'm really glad that I took this leap of faith and I had you, because even now I feel that if I had not been in this community, part of this community, I might have left, hatiyar chhod dete hain. So I might have done that. I might have quit because it was very tough mentally, emotionally.
Yeah, I still remember our first call. I was sitting at the same place. Your location has changed. You are sitting in a new house, new home. But back then, you were sitting in your house in Surat and we were talking. And, even towards the end, you asked me that, Sukriti, is it really possible? Will I be able to do it? And I told you that, it's my promise that we will do it together. So, as somebody who had not, you were just trying to take that leap of faith. You had not seen the results when, we were having our first chat. So, what was going on inside your head that, you already convinced that, yes, this is what I wanted to do? Or were you also questioning this step that, will she be able to help me or will I be able to achieve my goals even with her help?
So I would say honestly that I was partly convinced, and partly I was, of course, having doubts. If I'm doubting myself, I'm of course not going to doubt the entire world. But I also had this feeling that seeking help or taking help when you cannot think clearly, I think that is the best thing that I did. And I was quite convinced on that part that an external agency will be able to see way better how things I am, how I'm dealing with things and how better I can deal with them, better than me, is what I had the feeling. Again, self esteem, you say, or you say my confidence in you, but I had this feeling that she can help.
Well, that's amazing because whenever you're trying to seek help of somebody, trust and belief is very, very important. Otherwise, the other person, even that person gives 100%, it won't work for you because the belief is not there, right? You are the creator of your own reality. So when you reach out to me and when you seek that help, you actually infuse your own belief in me that, your own energy that she's gonna be that person who's gonna take me from this point to the next point. So that's amazing. I'm really glad that, you believed in me in that point. Um, Jyoti, I want to understand that what was your point of breakthrough where you felt like, oh my God, this is exactly what was stopping me to take that leap of faith and to believe in myself that yes, I am the creator of my reality and I can actually move between countries to start a new life.
I think my breakthrough was to get a sudden five figure, not five, actually six figure, client. So I had clients before and I had earned that money, but nobody gave me at a one chunk, or I had not, in fact, asked for it. I always thought it's okay if they are paying monthly, or it's okay if I'm, working on this. So I did not aim higher, and I was not even trying at that time as well. I just said that this is what we can do. And suddenly that client said, okay, let me pay the whole thing. And, you know, so that was one breakthrough that surprised me a lot. And I was like, okay. And I could feel that, some energy had shifted within me. My relationship with money had drastically changed within 3 months, or in fact, a month, I would say. I was earning before also, I had a good package and everything. But the kind of perspective I had regarding money, the kind of doubts or ideas I had regarding money changed drastically after joining you. And I attended the money mastery class as well. So I got to know that these are the blockages that is not letting me use my own earnings to the full potential. I was earning before, but I was not utilizing it or using it the way I would have loved to, you know. So that started, and the inflow started. I started to understand that it's a flow, and that it's an energy. Money is also an energy. So that was the first breakthrough, changing or completely repairing my relationship with money. That was my first breakthrough. And then from then on, I have just seen surprises. You won't believe when I landed here in the UK. Everybody, my friend was about to pick me from Manchester airport, and she said the immigration and the baggage reclaim will take you 1.5 hour minimum. That is the normal timing that even we have to bear, because they travel very frequently, and despite that, that is the timing that they have to face. But I was like, okay, but I don't know how. It only took me 15 minutes to claim my baggage as well as clear the immigration and be out of the airport. So they were surprised. So, such small things have happened. And it has been happening since then. Like, even now, like, people tell me it's so difficult in the UK markets to get job, this and that. Let alone full time, even part time jobs is very struggle. Where there's a lot of struggle people talk about. But when I came here, I applied, I got a response from so many companies. Maybe it is because it's an experience market, but also I feel that something in the energy also kind of makes them look at my CV or make them stop. I don't know how it works, but I just know it works. So yeah, I'm at a very better place than all my peers, I feel, in terms of luck, in terms of things working in my favor.
Absolutely. And like you said that, everything is energy. 99.99% of this universe is energy. And because you were able to channelize that energy in the right direction towards your goals, you are sitting in the UK right now and we are speaking. I mean, we are in different countries, but we are connected. And, like you mentioned about your relationship with money. I want to highlight and let others know who is going to watch this interview that you also attracted a scholarship worth £5,000, right? You did not even
Yeah.
apply for it. So you
Yes.
actually had attracted it. And also the client that you mentioned that, who paid you full in pay in full, right? So you
Right.
attracted that because he was one of your known clients. He was from referral or probably the old clients, and he was okay to pay you six figures. So, what do you want to tell to people who think that does manifestation actually works?
It definitely works. There are just certain points that we have to take care of, that is regarding frequencies, but it definitely works. It has worked for me so far, and it is still working, I would say. So I use it every day. I kind of use this, and it's not like that's a tool, it's just a way of life, I feel. Now I have finally understood that it's a way of life that needs to be inculcated in your everyday thing. And it's working. It definitely works. It worked for me. Like, imagine, I have never even, my dreams were also not this big. I keep saying people that, my dreams were also to go to a smaller university, which had a lesser ranking in the world university rankings. And somehow I ended up at University of Leeds. It's one of the topmost universities. It's a Russell Group university, and I was not aiming for it initially because I thought I cannot afford it. It was completely out of my chapter. I had applied for it, but I was not looking at it because I thought I cannot do it. But
I do remember that conversation we had in one of the calls wherein you said that, Sukriti, I have applied for it, but I'm not even thinking about it. And I told you that, what, anything can happen. Why are you even looking at it from that perspective that you cannot afford it,
yes,
you can't be there? And look at you. You're sitting there, you're, studying there. Every single day you're going to that particular place. So you
yeah,
make that reachable, affordable by changing your mindset and your energy, right? Which is absolutely amazing because I have seen both the sides of you when you reached out to me, and now that you are the person that you have become now. It's totally a different person that I'm talking to, more confident, more happier, more joyous. And
yes,
now you
happier.
tell everybody that your dreams are not too big, it's achievable, it's reachable. You just stretch yourself and you are there. That's amazing. So, Jyoti, I understand that we worked together and all these things worked out for you. What, apart from these mindset shift and energy shift, worked for you that you thought that, okay, in my real life, I did not get it, but once I stepped into this energy space in this academy, I got it. So, what is that? Is there anything else that supported you?
I think the community space itself gives you a very warm place to be vulnerable, to be you. So I think I shared a lot of things which I had not shared with anyone, which I had, piled up inside me. So I think that was also, it also helped me how to lead my life in a longer span also, like how to celebrate small wins, how it is okay to share certain parts of you that is not perfect. It's okay to not be perfect was also something I learned. I knew it, but the realization comes after you go through certain things. So I went through that with the community, and they were always there for me. They were also going through similar experiences, and that's shared experiences also made me learn a lot of new lessons via them, from them. So it was an interesting mix, and I think that helped me um, gain confidence in this as well, gain confidence in myself as well, the way I looked at myself.
Amazing. That's beautiful. So, if I ask you that, in one word, tell us about your transformation, what would you say?
Magical,
When
purely magical.
when you say that it's magical, do you mean to say that you yourself don't recognize who you were in the past?
True, I look back at my past version and I'm very surprised at who I have become now and how much self inflicted problems I had. I mean, I used to make a mountain of things in my head, and those things used to be more problematic than what things really were. And it was not like there were no problems; they are still there, but it is not affecting me as they were. They are not affecting me like they used to before. So I would say it's magic only. Like, how else I'll change so much in such a short span?
It is magical, of course. And I just want to ask you that you mentioned that you had worked with somebody else also, probably not a coach, but somebody else from a different field, just to seek help so that you can work on your mindset. So if I ask you, as somebody who has experienced the transformation, what is the different thing, different, that point where you felt like, okay, this community, this academy is different than what I have experienced earlier?
So I've never been a part of a community or under a mind coach before, a mindset coach. But yes, I have taken therapy. I've taken different kind of therapies, be it like uh, psychological, and or be it uh, Reiki healing. And all those things had also helped me. I would not say that they did not. But there was still, so after crossing, say, one threshold, there were other thresholds to be crossed, you know. You don't stop at one. So they did not, or maybe I was still facing problems on those thresholds. So after being in this community, I think I know how to cross those new hurdles or new aspects of life as well, which is, I think, the drastic difference. Yeah. So
You
you
mean to say that
kind of
now you
put
can
me with
handle
them.
them yourself? Now,
Yeah.
how
Yes.
to shift that, how to not let it affect you, and how to not attract more of that reality.
Yes. 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 And there
Amazing.
were a lot of basic concepts regarding how we do it and why it happens, which also got cleared when I checked your modules. So yeah.
And anything that you felt like, okay, it's too difficult for me to follow up and change my life, or I can't do this, or something like that. Was it easy or was it difficult for you to go through this journey?
It was difficult, I would say, because I was not used to being honest to myself. I did not had this relationship with my inner self or my inner child. I did not had that good a relationship. In fact, I had not had any relationship. I had just abandoned my inner child, I feel. So this journey helped me open doors to her and meet her. And I like, if in practice I started journaling. Initially, when I used to journal, it used to be like, since I am a content writer who has written for so many years, I used to feel that I am only faking it. It's not something that I'm feeling. I was not connecting with my own words. But once I did a few child healing sessions, that there was one session also that I attended. And then slowly, gradually, I saw the shift in my journaling style and in how I felt about it. It was never a go-to place for me before. It took me a lot of you know, efforts to make myself sit and make myself write. Now it comes more easily. Now it comes like I'm talking to somebody I know, and that is something like a big shift. Now it is easy, but when I started, it was very difficult. It was very difficult to change my own mindset. It's difficult to fight with yourself. You can fight with the entire world, but fighting with yourself, making yourself understand something or change, is, I think, the most, it needs a lot of courage.
Absolutely, absolutely, it does. Because when it comes to detaching from our own version, which is blocking our own growth, it's the most difficult thing. Because what is transformation? It's detaching from our own self, which is not the perfect self, which is not the healed self, right? So yeah, I do understand where you are coming from. For somebody who has not done what you have done, or who has not been a part of the community or the academy, do you think that in the process of, I do understand connecting with your inner child was a big task for you, but do you think that it was difficult, it is going to be difficult for somebody to follow through the tools that we share, or is it something very difficult, time consuming, where you have to sit and do things and give yourself that time to make it your lifestyle, that now I'm ready for abundance or something?
I think being part of a community or the academy also, we also have one-on-one sessions every week. So that kinds of imbibes a sense of accountability, a sense of sharing in you, which makes you look forward to it. No, one day you can be feeling a little low, one day you can be feeling better. So even when you are at your lowest, if you see 100 people still making efforts, they have shared experiences, you share experiences with them. They are going through similar problems or bigger problems or smaller problems, doesn't matter, but they are going through something and they are still coming out of it, going out of the way and actually working for themselves. You also feel inspired to do that then. So that is a sense of inspiration that comes around when you're part of a community. And accountability, you suddenly feel, okay, abhi tak nahi kiya hai, but at least let me do it now because tomorrow is the call. So it's a good push. It's a good way of keeping on track,
Is it
staying on.
difficult to push yourself, or is it enjoyable? Like, what was your experience? Was it something that आपको जबरदस्ती करना पड़ रहा है, or was it something that you started at some point, you started enjoying it?
कुछ चीजें, there were a few things where I felt that I had to push myself a lot, like journaling. And then there were things that came very naturally to me, and once it started, it was like a domino effect. One thing happened, then the other happened. It was like a chain effect, and I did not put a lot of efforts there anymore, like my relationship with money. So once I understood that these are the blockages, this is how I used to think about it, and that is why I never had enough. It changed. Now I always have enough. I always have enough, touch wood. Grateful
No,
for
of course,
that.
you're going to attract a lot of money because now you know how to create money, right? How to
Yeah.
attract money. It's not about what you have, it's about what you want to create. So that's amazing. Okay, we are towards the end of our interview. Any one piece of advice that you would like to give to somebody who knows that you know this is the right thing for them to do to pursue their goals, and their academy can help him or her, but they are holding themselves back?
I would just say take the leap of faith, because today is the best day to start. There will never be a better day tomorrow. It's going to be today. So start as soon as possible. It's never too late, never too early. It's always the good day. Whenever you think you need it and you can have it, just have it. Do it. Take the leap of faith. It is scary at the start, but once you board, it's you understand how things are going to be smooth and you will achieve whatever you're doing. So dream big, do it.
Awesome. That's beautiful. Just one last thing I want to ask you that, when we were on the first call, and because, you were scared to make that kind of investment in yourself. So how did you, like, once you invested, like once you take the leap of faith, because at that time your relationship with money was not that good. We
Yes.
started working together because we wanted to heal your relationship with money, right? But when you took the leap of faith, your relationship with money was not good. So do you think that because you trusted your gut feeling, whatever you had invested, it just multiplied itself in so many times that now your relationship with money is like, oh my god, whatever I invested, I got so much more back. So do you think that when we are investing, we should not think from the perspective that, okay, when I'll have this kind of money, only then I'll do it? Or do you think that we should just do it and tell the universe that this is what I want to do, I will make sure that I do it at any cost, maybe taking out loan, maybe selling our something, I mean making a way so that we do it and we just achieve the goals that we want?
Absolutely. I think to invest in ourselves takes, I was saying the same thing today to my sister, that, it takes a lot of courage to invest in yourself. You might just go out and buy an iPhone or a MacBook or this and that things for yourself. You will invest in that very easily. You will not even think twice, because you think that the value you are getting back is worth it. But to be able to prioritize yourself, people think so much, it just shows how much they can't prioritize themselves. This low self-esteem is what it shows. So I feel that taking that leap of faith, taking this decision is definitely going to be worth it, and it's okay to do it. I mean, you will get whatever you are investing way more than that, and I have been like a live example of that. So I definitely believe in that. What goes around comes around thing, and but in the multiplication you can literally uh, get it in many folds. So yes, they should do it.
Amazing. I'm so happy. I mean, I know that on the first call itself, we had promised to each other that, you're going to be my next case study. And here you are. We both made sure that we are, keeping up our promises. So I'm so, so happy for you. Wishing you all the best for next things. And I hope that after this, you never ever dream small. You only dream big, because you know that you can create it and you can achieve it.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.